What is up, guys? It is the Bluebloods here, back with another episode. And Tennessee State has continued to absolutely dominate the transfer portal and the recruiting trail under new head coach Eddie George as he enters his second year as the head guy up there at Tennessee State. And running back wasn't a huge need. Tennessee State returned a lot of talent at the running back spot. Devin Sterling was going to come back, try to follow up another All American season, follow up where he also won OVC Freshman of the Year, was a sophomore All American entering his junior year. But Tennessee State could have used some depth here, and they landed just that. And Tony Emerson coming in from Georgia Tech, former consensus 3-star, and he is going to bring a lot just a lot to the table, man. He didn't have a lot of action at Georgia Tech, but this is a guy who I mentioned consensus 3-star according to ESPN 247 Rivals, and it holds multiple school records, county records in his high school career. Rushed for over 5,000 career rushing yards, becoming the first player in Montgomery City history to eclipse the 5,000-yard rushing mark. 6 out of the top 10 single game performances in St. James High School history belong to him. Rushed for 27 touchdowns, a school record, and also rushed for 2,200 yards in a season, also as a school record in 2018, and also has the second highest total of rushing yards in a game in St. James history, where he ran for 303 and averaged over 11 yards per carry in 2018 over Bullitt County. This guy has it all, man. 3 straight years over 1,000 yards, had 25 or more touchdowns both of his last two seasons. This guy is extremely, extremely talented. He committed to Georgia Tech over Illinois, Kentucky, Louisiana Lafayette, Louisville, had multiple offers from some of the top group of five and power five schools in the country, and was a top 40 player in the state of Alabama, top 70 running back, according to the 247 composite. But man, the biggest thing he's going to bring is he's coming into a loaded running back room. Like I mentioned, he was in a really run heavy offense in high school, as you're seeing on the highlights. He knows what it's like to split carries and still make his mark. He can play fullback, he can play tailback. I mean, it doesn't matter. You just give him the ball and let him get out in open space. And watching his highlights, the biggest thing for me is his vision is top notch. He has the ability in all the chaos to know what hole he needs to hit, where he needs to cut, and he's really good due to his special teams ability, returning kickoffs, as you saw at the beginning of the highlights. That really helps him understand where he is in space and how to put defenders in really bad situations in the open field. And also him being a bigger guy, man, he's put on a little bit of weight since he got to college. 5'11", 220. He's always falling forward, which is something you really like to get in a running back, especially if you're going to use him in goal line situations. He's always leaning forward, has a great center of gravity, and is going, even if you tackle him, to fall forward for 2, 3, 4 more yards. And that's something that I think Tennessee State is going to utilize in a big way this upcoming year. Now he's coming in to fight for a spot in this rotation, man. Devin Starling is going to be the main guy, of course, two-time All-American already, 6'1", 200-pound junior, but they need some depth. They need some rotation, keep fresh bodies in there, and I think that is what Amerson is going to bring to this running back room. And now this offense is looking extremely strong. They've addressed the wide receiver position. They're building up all the offensive line. Draylon Ellis comes in at the quarterback spot, and Tennessee State looks like they are going to be a major problem in the OVC. And I already picked them to win the OVC going into the 2022 season, but based on their defense and offensive additions, I really have no I have no concerns right now for Tennessee State. Right now, looking at the roster, in my opinion, they probably have the strongest roster in the OVC right now. I would not be surprised they won the conference, got the auto bid, and depending who they draw in that first round, I really do think that Tennessee State has a great shot to make a little bit of noise in the playoffs this year. They have a very strong team, a lot of experience in key spots. Draylon Ellis comes in, major experience at the quarterback spot. Devin Starling, now Tony Amerson at the running back spot. Got some huge wide receivers, including Holloman from Georgia, Rod Green and some of those guys come into that offensive line room, this team is going to be ready to make an impact. You already have 3 All-Americans on your defensive line. The linebacking spot with Kevon Pope looks really nice, and the secondary was already loaded, and you added some studs like Perkins out of Memphis and some other guys. So I'm extremely excited to see what Tennessee State can put on the football field this year. But Tony Amerson, one of the top running backs in the state of Alabama in his class, is coming to solidify that running back room, and this team looks primed to make some waves in the FCS and the OVC this year. But guys, comment below, what do you think about Tony Amerson committing to Tennessee State? What can he bring? And do you think Tennessee State can come away with the OVC title this year? There, I mean, this is going to be a huge season for Eddie George. So comment all that below, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more content right here on the Blue Bloods later today and this weekend, man. But until next time, guys, the Blue Bloods are out.